EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in uptown Charlotte. Tonight it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
This is not one of the better passing offenses in the league.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 21 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know,
under pressure, they got him again. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Touchdown, Falcons! Call that a 59-yard punt return. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Right back to Hubbard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Second and 4. And complete to Drake London. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Ritter and London team up there. 1st down, Atlanta. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Going for the deep ball. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Panthers at 5-4 now on the year. They come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. I absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, with every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. He'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
It shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Darnold on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Darnold. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard from 6 yards away. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals. But it wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's London. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. So it's halftime. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferkser. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Kadarius Hodge has it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys. Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll go again here with Hubbard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 33-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They juked him. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And we're back now in Charlotte. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Darnold. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard, and he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Holding. Offense.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play.
Darnold, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball, because you're going after him.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation, because second down, it gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and 5. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Here we go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold running the option left. They'll pitch it out to Hubbard. Runs over it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll get 34 yards there. But defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore from a yard out. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Falcons now. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They got all the...
Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and the Panthers have recovered.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football,
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Anthony Ferkser, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. On the move to his left. This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for.
It's caught at the 10. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because he had to, because you're going to take the yard.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Ready?
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Ready?
They run for it with Hunt. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away